Come on, can't we stay out a little longer?
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today? Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels. One that nobody on the Xianzhou had ever tasted. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Ting Yun today? Miss Ting Yun.
We found this box of seeds among her belongings. I'm sure Miss Ting Yun would have liked for you to have it.
Thank you. All of you. I think I should give something to Ting Yun in return. Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Ting Yun's Blend, seeing as Ting Yun won't be able to try it. We should drink a cup to her memory.
Stay out a little longer? Are any of these medicinal?
Oh, how's it going? Isn't that the place on... It's the main commercial. Tourists fresh off the... Whenever I'm tired of...
Spices Supreme! Check out that sign! Here it is!
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today? Something from Miss Ting Yun For me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I bet it'd cut straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aram Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of whistling flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right? This is real, right? The monster you mentioned, where did it come from? I wish I could take this knife and cut it to ribbons. Forget it. Matters like these are beyond the control and understanding of a cook like me. Thank you, all of you. Let me prepare a dish for you as a gift from Miss Tingyun. It was our chili oil beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. I can't believe that she'll never taste it again. Please, you'll have to eat her share too.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yan Ming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Ting Yun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right? If it works, it's good medicine.
What brings you here? This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, please place your objects aboard the star skiff.
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Law Fu.
This is the tea that Meng Ming has made, especially named after you. This is a gift from Miss Yen's Arumali. You're going to love this.
This time, we needn't compete. Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting Yun. I will seek out the truth, and if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
Come on, can't we stay out a little longer?
General, the ceremony—
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Luofu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
What, 2 gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Hey,
Yes.
there's something I need to tell you.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Law Fu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Law Fu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship. It could indeed be considered a souvenir of a certain variety, but not one you could find in a gift store. Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a Jade Abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall, but this oath shall never. The same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Law Fu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here, in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Law Fu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Dan Heng.
General.
In accordance with the Edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Law Fu.
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu, the Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gate's reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Danheng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou? Oh yeah, there's...
Fine. Danheng and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
Come on, can't we stay out a little longer? These medicinal?
Let's begin.
Another journey begins, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Standing here in silence, missing all the violence.
Lance at the ready. Don't lose momentum.
free will, destined for oblivion.
Let me tend your wound.
I'm on guard.
Leave it to me.
Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion.
I told you they were sick.
Stream forth, the gleam of all blades. Stream forth, the gleam of old blades. Stream forth, gleam of old blades.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion?
You don't look so good.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's time. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Time for some hardship.
Another journey begins. On the still waters of oblivion.
Lance at the ready.
Another blood debt repaid. Stream forth, the gleam of old blades. Stream 4. Gleam of old blades.
Seek, and you will find.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own. You're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Yes, no more Stellaron Hunter interruptions. It's time to get our original plan back on track. Our next stop is Penacony, remember? The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Jingyuan. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
Time to head to the next stop. Let's meet up with everyone in the parlor car. Pom knows how to keep people on the edge of...
Yeah, what was... I thought everyone knew. Our next destination is the planet of festivities, Penacony! I know everyone's eager to disembark and get to that famous Stellar Hotel, but before we set off, I should remind everyone of 3 things. First, Penacony is located in Azdana, a star system brimming with Memoria, which has historically been one of the macro voids that leaked out from the memory zone. Even after eons, the Memoria concentration up ahead is above normal levels. Usually this wouldn't be a huge problem, but everyone's different, so if you exhibit any signs of dizziness, hallucination, distorted memories, or any other symptom, you should take them seriously. Second, Penacony is a colony belonging to the Harmony family. It also marks the first time this family has extended a public invitation to other factions. Please remember that the Express has been invited as a guest, and that we must adhere to any and all regulations.
Got it. When in Rome, as they say. Don't worry, conductor. We definitely won't embarrass the nameless.
Rome? Anyway, third and final. Rather than being a request, Pom-Pom has a favor to ask of everyone. If you could, I hope that while you're all on vacation, you could spare some time to help inquire about a few of the nameless.
Allow me to explain. Just like most of the worlds that the Express calls at, Penacony is one of the stops along the Silver Tracks. Several millennia ago, it was an IPC frontier prison, and it was the Trailblaze that connected it to thousands of stars. During that time, the Astral Express once visited Penacony. As with all meetings, they inevitably lead to goodbyes. As the Express's logs indicate, it seems some passengers decided to call Penacony their permanent home. Don't worry, just think of it as returning to your hometown. Following the Express's departure, the Stellarons cut off contact to myriad worlds, and Penacony's ownership switched hands several times. Why did these nameless choose to stay here? How did the course of their subsequent lives unfold? And what legacies did they leave behind? Retracing our predecessors' footsteps. That is in itself an adventure, wouldn't you agree? Even if they left the stars behind them, their trailblaze would not be over. That's also what the conductor thinks, isn't it? According to the passenger list, the 3 people who got off were Tiernan, Legwork, and Rosalina, the Express's guard, mechanic, and surveyor, respectively. No supplementary details are available.
Just names and occupations? And they don't even sound like their real names either. This'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
We'll just leave it to the stars of fate. Considering the Nameless's diversity, perhaps we might even stumble upon their descendants. Or, against the slimmest of chances, the very individuals themselves. We'll conclude today's navigation meeting on this point. There's a bit of time.
I'll broadcast an announcement before we jump.
There's still some time before the jump. I should talk to everyone. Is this a letter? Upend the ancient sea and return to old ground. It's a letter for Dan Heng. But who is it from?
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
I came up from...
I have delivered the missive about the meeting. Do you have any questions, Master Dan Heng?
I know all that I wish to know. Thank you, Miss Huanxi.
You need not address me as Miss. I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble request.
Go.
Before this goes ahead... Oh, who might this be? I'm speaking with Master Dan Heng. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please take your leave.
She is a close friend. I've invited her along to bear witness. Please, treat her as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Then I hope you don't plan on meeting with Miss Bailu. Please, hear what I have to say. I have good reason to be concerned. Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition. Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Dan Feng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Luofu's High Elder succession. The Preceptors heard of Master Dan Heng's return, and were uncertain whether it constituted good or ill fortune. However, many have surmised that the Luofu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating. Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended. But if Master Dan Heng were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for her. Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders. I couldn't possibly say. I've been a maid here for 12 years now, and was with my mistress every day as she studied medicine and received tutelage. I've witnessed her countless escapes, and the inevitable, unwilling returns. As far as a Xianzhou is concerned, children like her enjoy a charmed and happy childhood. But as a High Elder in nothing but name alone, Miss Bailu is highly restricted in her actions, and has no freedom or say about her own life. I can't bear it. Your Highness, please think about this poor child. Miss Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
I understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Then I will bid my farewell. Master Dan Heng, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to Scale Gorge Waterscape.
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her. You've been spending too much time with March. You know that I'm a descendant of the Luofu Vidyadhara. In Scale Gorge Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it. Yet that power stems from Dan Feng, my previous incarnation. He altered the process of High Elder succession, plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth. Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean. But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth. Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and Dan Feng's enemies pursued me like a haunting shadow. Now, I plan to face that shadow. In order to make amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The Star Skiff is ready. Let's go.
came up from Starscape.
I don't believe...
Need your extractor cleaned?
The rumors are true. You really are back. I'm Hila Lu Ying of the Alchemy Commission. I'm a Vidyadhara too, as you can see. I'd heard the reincarnation of the Great Sinner has returned to the Lafu, and wanted to offer some advice.
Oh?
Leave this troubled place immediately.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. What does the Alchemy Commission want, then?
Return to being a nameless. Stay out of the High Elder succession. The Lafu Vidyadhara have finally recovered from Don Feng's grievous sins, and were blessed with a compassionate and caring High Elder in Bailu. None of this was easy. Your return has stirred up resentment and ambition among the preceptors, and threatens our situation.
I have no intention of threatening Bailu's position.
You may have a clear conscience, but even so, as long as you remain on the Lafu, invisible forces will try to coerce you. Leave now. It is the best outcome for everyone involved. Do not repeat the mistakes of a past life in this one. Farewell.
Extractor cleaned or your Starskiff serviced? Look no further.
Excuse me, are you two on your way to the Alchemy Commission, Delph?
Hello. What brings you two here? The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder, General?
This encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy Commission under the Dragon Lady's care. Our paths have merely crossed. But your question would suggest that there are others interested in dissuading you from such a venture. Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidyadhara will inevitably attract certain parties, those that would work circumstances to their advantage. Be it Don Fong, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent, then? The power struggle between the Preceptors and their High Elder is a tale as old as time. And someone as powerful as Don Feng, who was completely beyond their control, was enough for them to harbor a hidden rage. The Elders used to have a small say in appointing the new High Elder. Who could have imagined that Don Feng would pick his own successor? And yet, that is precisely what happened. And all they could do was accept the result. Now that Don Hong has arrived, the Elders see yet another chance. How could they let it go? Us outsiders should not judge the laws of the Vidyadhara. Preface. These people speak of legitimacy. They believe that Bai Lu was chosen as heir apparent by the previous High Elder, and that unless she were to commit a terrible sin, the Preceptors should have no right whatsoever to choose again. The healer lady has draconic features and scarcely believable therapeutic abilities. Some regard this as evidence that she is the High Elder. But the Preceptors are fixated on strength and are unwilling to accept her. Now that Don Feng's reincarnation has shown a command over the vast marine expanse of luminescent depths, those longing to keep the traditional bequeathal of the High Elder feel increasingly uneasy. After Don Feng's abdication, they fought against the Preceptors and saved Bai Lu's dignity. They demonstrated a true devotion. These folks aren't the type to just let it go. It is an internal affair of the Vidyadharas. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Luofu, it does not involve the General of the Cloud Knights. Nevertheless, as a friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as Don Hong and Bai Lu, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Luofu, the Vidyadhara will never cease their internal strife. This is not to say that either of you are to blame. It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at Scale Gorge Waterscape and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now. I should start taking this business of rest and recuperation a little more seriously.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Master Dan Heng, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss Bailu?
Miss Bailu is already waiting at Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Your stubbornness is redolent of your previous incarnation.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere. A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the Vidyadhara.
Wait. Master Dan Heng's presence at Scale Gorge Waterscape has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the preceptors. He is no longer the criminal he once was.
Empty rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his true identity. And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous crimes of the past. The Vidyadhara will never accept him. Die, Dan Feng.
Heaven's Surge. Rise! The times are changing.
You say Dan Feng was merely your previous incarnation. How, then, do you still possess the power of the High Elder?
Awaken dormant scales. Delve hidden moon. World cleansing dragon. Times have changed beyond recognition. Conflict requires undivided focus. absurd. Celestial dragon.
Quick! As I expected, Don Fung, you have returned.
Thank you for rescuing.
They came for me. I'm sorry you got dragged into it.
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master Don Hung, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Huan Si, I'll ask you to pass on the message.
I understand. Please alight, Your Highness. Miss Bailu awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
It could be dangerous ahead. We should proceed carefully.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages. An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Fortunately, the skills of Master Don Hung and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master Don Hung, miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
I don't care about my legitimacy. Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome. I never wanted the title.
I am Don Hung. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're Don Hung? I heard about how you parted the ancient sea and Scale Gorge waterscape. These assassins have got their work cut out for them.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things like that.
Let me take a look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Don Feng's reincarnation. Suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your tail? If I let you be High Elder, will you...
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention of getting entangled in that. I'm here to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. This is the duty of the lawful Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching rebirth are some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy. So, you want me to go with you to Scale Gorge Waterscape?
Precisely.
Let's go then.
Miss Bailu.
Guanxi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these two to look after me. Don't worry. What a magnificent sight! Is that the Ambrosial Arbor?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the Arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The Elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this position. Which begs the question, why did Danfeng choose me all those years ago?
That's exactly what I've come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, the High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragon Heart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features. However, Danfeng's ritual failed, and his powers remained within me. And if for some reason, it also created you.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else in the process.
I want to use this opportunity to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal, and see if I can help recall our memories. Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague, water of the ancient sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots. Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
What's wrong? Not going to plan, huh?
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague. Water of the ancient sea.
Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots.
This feeling.
That's it. You did it. This alone should prove to everyone that you are the true High Elder. When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really, really huge, and the whole of Scale Gorge Waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me. That's fun! Danheng, teach me another trick. Let's see if I can remember anything else.
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone coming. You! Who are you? Protect Bailu!
Hey! I'm doing the protecting here! Nobody's getting hurt with me around.
Celestial Dragon.
Half the work is already from the still waters of oblivion. I guide the wandering souls.
Lance at the ready. don't lose momentum.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? Where are you going?
Looks like somebody needs a doctor. Look, listen, feel, kick!
I'm on guard. To the finish!
The times have changed beyond recognition.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Heaven's Surge. Bearing Dragon. Rise! Awaken dormant scales. Delve hidden moon. World cleansing dragon.
Not a scratch.
Grace.
Let me tend to your wounds. Time to show you. What's in your prescription?
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Standing here in silence, missing all the violence.
The strength. Heaven's Surge. Rise!
Again? On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How did they manage to appear right next to us without a sound?
They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smokescreen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying in wait for us. Seems like some people have had enough of my presence. If so, why would they want to harm Bailu? We don't know how many there are. Let's get out of here.
Look at that shadow. Could it be in a sack?
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Is that you, Danpeng? Have you returned?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person. These floating shadows are called Mirage Echoes. They are memories of past lives and echoes from the past that the Vidyadhara shed during their rebirth.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water in their bodies can be used as medicine.
Seems this mirage mistook me for Don Feng.
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice anywhere. Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the Vidyadhara, hero of the High Cloud Quintet. You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the Transmutation Arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to Scale Gorge Waterscape in the process. If your allies hadn't united to slay it, then the abomination would have destroyed the Ambrosial Arbor seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish? As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But instead, the upcoming trial is your final chance. Hand over the secrets of the Transmutation Arcanum now, and the Preceptors can help you keep your secrets. Isn't that draconic abomination you created proof of the Transmutation Arcanum's success?
I heard that Don Feng craved the powers of our dragon ancestor Long the Permanence, and created a monstrous dragon-like creature. That must be what he's referring to. And so the hero of the Xianzhou became its arch-villain. Elder, look around you. You've long since reincarnated. What remains here are just the mirages of the waters of the ancient sea.
Impossible. I still live! The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
I don't like this mirage, Echo. He thought that the Vidyadhara was superior to other races, and that he was superior to other Vidyadhara. As if the Vidyadhara would never progress without their plans. I guess Don Feng probably never told him the secret of the Transmutation Arcanum.
We shouldn't linger here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. But their presence is all too real. These mirage echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for mirage echoes and send out pulses. Move carefully. Water keeps the cloud song.
Another invisible assassin?
Careful. They're waiting for us to get close enough to reveal our weak spots. Heaven surge. Break!
Destined for oblivion.
Need a doctor? Hiya!
I'm on guard.
Heaven surge. Rise!
Again?
Awaken, dormant scale. World-cleansing dragon. surge. Break!
That's half the work. Hasten. We've hardly any time on the still waters of oblivion.
Let me tend your wounds.
Free will, or was it fate?
Need a doctor?
Heaven's surge. Rise!
That's half the work.
Old friends, meet yet again. Water heeds the cloud song. Heaven's surge. Break! Awaken, world-cleansing dragon.
Destined for oblivion.
It's time.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
I sense a storm. Heaven's surge. Rise!
Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Bailu, you fled the Alchemy Commission yet again. How many times have I told you? Our rules state...
Sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist. So she's been reborn?
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master Danfeng? Why do you remain silent? Your Highness, you're still as cold. Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak with Master Danfeng.
Oh, wait! No! You were just a mirage echo! I got tricked again!
Master Danfeng, I finally understand your plan. The Vidyadhara would form if this continues. I have been without success for a...
Danfeng.
Master Danfeng, your changes to the Transmutation Arcanum created a draconic abomination that wreaked great destruction. But it also created a new life. My understanding of reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How could to unearth the potential might of Long's blood and incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon? Isn't that the real meaning behind the Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent?
What does she mean by that?
The Transmutation Arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the Vidyadhara to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to normal reproduction. But the mechanism eludes me. Let's go. Conflict requires undivided focus. Heaven's Surge. Break!
Hasten. We've hardly any time left to say farewell. Still waters of oblivion.
Let me tend your wounds.
The strength.
I'm on guard.
I sense a storm. The strength. Awaken dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon. Heaven's Surge. Break!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
That's half the work. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Let me tend to your wounds. Gotta get those vitamins.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape. That's half the work. I weep for the departed.